Hello everybody, Trevor here, and welcome to another Top 5 video. Have you ever wondered about which opportunities you've missed while making a certain video? Well, that's today's topic. I know I've said that I wouldn't make videos like this again, but one of my biggest pet peeves is that when I work on a script for a certain video, I tend to forget to add or mention certain details. So without wasting any more time, let's just get this over with. Coming at number 5 is the fact that I didn't include Diesel's 2019 wood model in my top 3 best wood items video. The best thing about Diesel's 2019 wood model is that he looks exactly like his original wooden railway counterparts, though he is missing one of his air vents on his sides, but still, it's one of the best wood models ever made by Mattel. Number 4. I didn't add Vinnie in my top 10 American Thomas characters video. While he is one of my favorite antagonists in the Thomas franchise, as well as one of my favorite international engines from the Great Race, but for some reason, I forgot to include him. I believe it's because Vinnie's basis is Canadian, not American. Still, I didn't mind him having a New York accent because after all, his class took trains from Canada to America if you do your research, that is. Number 3. I didn't include Across the Spider-Verse in my top 5 favorite animated sequels video. Yeah, I'm sure some of you were disappointed with this decision of mine after I uploaded the video last month. If I were to make this a top 6 instead of a top 5, then Across the Spider-Verse would have been number 6. While it is a great film and one of the best of 2023, but unfortunately, according to some articles, it was production hell because of the toxic work environment caused by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Here's hoping that Beyond the Spider-Verse will be better in terms of how the production will be handled, because those animators deserve better treatment than what they've already got. Coming at number 2 is certain Disney villains. I was so busy making that top 10 Disney villains video in October that I forgot to add a few more. For instance, Dr. Facilier is the main antagonist in Princess and the Frog, and in my opinion, he's a cool villain, and his musical number is a lot like Poor Unfortunate Souls from The Little Mermaid. And if I did add him to the list, then he would be on the same number 6 spot as Ursula the Sea Witch because of these reasons alone. Another villain I regret not mentioning is King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph. He's basically the movie's own version of Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit when it comes to a certain twist. In fact, King Candy, aka Turbo, is my most favorite Disney villain when it comes to twist villains in general, because for one thing, we get to know him well throughout the movie and his original backstory, and that he's more obvious compared to other twist villains such as Hans from Frozen. So therefore, I would have put King Candy somewhere higher on the list. Let's look at one more, Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. I would have put her on the same number 3 spot as Hades when it comes to comedic villains in general. In fact, one of my favorite moments with her was where she falls through the trapdoor and shouts, "Wrong lever!" Yeah, you can see why this is number 2. Before I get to my number 1 pick, I just want to give a couple dishonorable mentions. I forgot to include Stanley's model for Bachman. I was going to add this one in, but thanks to the Bachman Company, they've announced an HO scale model of Stanley, so I won't have to worry anymore. The other worst wood items, particularly Annie, Clarabelle, and the Nafford train station. I was going to add them to the list as number 4, but I decided to drop them in favor of my thoughts on Vinnie. Besides, one topic on wood is quite enough for now. Number 1 is the fact that I forgot to add Gilbert Godfrey in my top 5 favorite comedians video. This is the missed opportunity I regret the most because this guy passed away in 2022 and was famous for his nasally comedic voice. What I love about Gilbert Godfrey is that he's very funny, especially when he swears with his Iago voice. And speaking of Iago, Iago is one of my favorite characters in Aladdin along with the Genie and Abu because they're all hilarious. If I were to put him on my top 5 favorite comedians video, then he would be on the same slot as Robin Williams since they both starred in Disney's Aladdin, and unfortunately, they both passed away a long time ago. You see why I regret this mistake? This is the problem with my disability. It's that sometimes when I focus on one thing, I forget about the next. Well anyways, those are all the missed opportunities I regret not doing in the first place. If there are any more opportunities that I missed in the past, then please let me know, and hopefully my next video will be something even better. This is Trevor Davis, signing off.